We've had bumps before. I recall 9/11. I was posted in Washington, and the initial reaction was, oh, the terrorists came from Canada, because one newspaper had received a tip, and that apparently was the story, and it was up to us to refute that.
A cloud of uncertainty has covered Canada's relationship with the U.S. since Donald Trump first won the White House in 2016. Canadians will be watching Tuesday's presidential election with a sense of unease, but diplomats and longtime political experts say the two nations are too closely tied for any one president to change things.
The relationships, whether it's a business relationship through supply chains, whether it is on common interests in terms of how we manage our waters in the Great Lakes, for example, we have a joint commission that does that, or whether it is just in people-to-people contacts, that's not going to go away.
The U.S.-Canada relationship has been tested these past 4 years, first with trade disputes over softwood lumber and then Canadian-made aluminum. But it's also seen breakthroughs with a new NAFTA deal that ensures free trade continues across the border. Peter Beam is a Canadian senator and former diplomat with long postings in Washington. He says close ties between Canada and the U.S. aren't easily shaken.
If we look at our history together, when push has come to shove, we've stood together, whether it's in world wars, whether it's at times of financial crisis, think 1929 and the 30s. Famine, the like. There's been a collaborative and cooperative spirit.
There's always been historically an attitude of we're going to come to the table together and talk about it. And if Canada needs space, it'll take space, but otherwise the negotiation will be primary.
Emily Reagan-Wills agrees. She's an American political scientist living and working in Canada, but she says it's difficult to say America's approach hasn't changed. In particular, she says the way America handled trade talks wasn't something Canada experienced before.
The U.S. decided that it was going to stop approaching negotiation from a point of view of finding mutual benefit for everybody. And under Trump, it was going to pursue a kind of aggressive benefit for us, we don't care about anybody else attitude.
While Donald Trump has made buying American a key part of his campaign, Democratic candidate Joe Biden has also pushed for more American manufacturing. Despite this, however, the Canadian American Business Council says Canadians shouldn't read too much into that rhetoric.
It's not always easy to find strictly American-made goods. And as a matter of fact, if we can define Canada as part of Buy America, then that would be just fine. And we have been doing that. Canada and the United States have been giving each other preferences in procurement since the 1960s.
Regardless of who wins on Tuesday, the most pressing issue for cross-border relations remains the ongoing border closure due to COVID-19. The land border remains closed to non-essential travel, but both Greenwood and Beam point to the Alberta border pilot project as a source of optimism. Under that pilot, foreign essential workers can enter Canada if they pass a COVID test at the border. In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.